It's time for Lion Athletics on your new home for Baxter Springs High School sports, Baxter Springs Sports Live. Baxter Springs Sports Live is presented by WDM. Learn more at WDMinc.net. Also by It's time for Baxter Springs High School Athletics on your new home for the Lions, Baxter Springs Sports Live.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome out to Southeast Kansas, where tonight your Baxter Springs Lions are going to take on the Neodesha Blue Streaks. Neodesha comes into this matchup 4-5, and the Lions come in 4-3, disregarding tournament play, of course, as Max Prep doesn't like to include tournaments on their lovely record sheet that they have on their website. And of course, if this is wrong, forgive me, because Max Prep isn't always as accurate as we would like it to be. However, a good matchup set up for tonight. Expect a big game from Weston Schaefer as he comes in off that game against the Titans, having a big night where they would overcome the Titans with crunch time remaining. A couple of momentous plays there at the end, a couple of threes hit, and then a couple of drives to the basket would end up giving the Lions the victory over the Titans. Well, what would be a very tight matchup and a good win to get them back in the winning column in this half of the season. As for the Neodesha Blue Streaks, coming off a loss themselves, looking to redeem themselves in the first matchup of this tournament. We'll have to see how all that shapes up tonight. But first, I'd like to let you guys know that the entire show is brought to you by WDM Williams Diversified Materials. WDM is proud to support Baxter Springs Athletics and USD 508. Stop in and see WDM at 2903 Military or call 620-679-9810. Be sure to ask about the storage shed and U-Haul rental. Well, Sarah, I finally did it. I finally got it all put together. Look at that. We have a bracket. We have a bracket, and it's updated as well. We have all the times that it's actually going to be, and it's accurate, set to the snow days, in which we were unfortunately canceled in the first 2 days of this tournament. So as you can see there, Baxter Springs facing off against Neodesha here in this Thursday slot game. Coming up after them, we'll have Riverton and Southeast at the top of the bracket. And then Parsons Columbus going to play later tonight. Carson Cobb going to be on the call there on Columbus Sports Live. If you guys care to watch, maybe get some film on whoever's going to be playing next, get a little preview of that matchup. I know I'm going to tune in for just a few seconds just to see who ends up winning that one so that I know who we're playing. Yes, like I said, the winner on this one, and everyone, I want to show my new little trick that I learned from Carson last night. The winner of this one gets to play on this side of the bracket. And the loser gets to play on this side of the bracket.
I thought you were going to draw an arrow. I thought you were going to show them your kindergarten arrow.
My arrows don't look good enough in order to show on screen. And I know I'm just speeding sorry information, but I had to show you guys because I just learned about this tool, and I'm so excited.
And he was so excited when he found out how to delete it, too.
Indeed. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. We are set up to have a great broadcast tonight. But yes, like I was saying, tomorrow, we'll have that action here for you guys. We're going to have Baxter Springs Sports Live covering both the girls' game and the boys' game. Girls, as you can see by this bracket here, will be facing off at 4 p.m. against the Columbus Titans over in the old gym, which is not going to be too fun for us as we're going to have to go over there and try and set up. We'll have to see if that even works. We're with Baxter Springs Sports Live. We're going to take a quick break. Give me 1 sec.
Are you drowning in clutter and need of some extra space? Look no further than the storage shed in Baxter Springs. With a wide range of sizes and options available, the storage shed has the space that suits you best with 24-hour access, all in a secure facility. They even have storage containers. Plus, the storage shed is your authorized U-Haul rental store right here in Baxter Springs. Visit them today at 2903 Military Avenue or call 620-856-3906.
Route 66 Hardware is your trusted hardware store in the heart of Baxter Springs, with just about everything you might need from around the house to the back 40. Top quality tools, equipment, and supplies with a wide range of products. Be on the lookout for big changes coming to Route 66 Hardware. All inventory has been discounted to make room for a new line of products from an all-new vendor. Be patient as Route 66 looks to grow, expand, and continue their commitment to quality customer service. Route 66 Hardware in Baxter Springs. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66. 1 in 5 U.S. adults and 1 in 6 youth experience a mental illness each year. Losing sleep? Feeling tired for no reason? Feeling anxious or sad? You are not alone. Thankfully, we have Spring River Mental Health and Wellness. Spring River offers a comprehensive range of mental health and substance use services to anyone who walks through the door, regardless of their diagnosis and insurance status, even offering same-day services. If you or someone you know is in need of mental health services, please contact Spring River Mental Health and Wellness. To learn more, go to springrivermh.org. At Spring River Mental Health and Wellness, they are focused on helping the mind and body. That's why they offer a full-service wellness center at the Riverton campus, equipped with a full basketball court and walking track, a variety of cardio equipment, functional fitness equipment, strength machines, and free weights. Members may access group fitness classes such as yoga, cardio, strength and tone, and more. Annual memberships and day passes are available, focusing on the mental and physical health of area families. That's Spring River Mental Health and Wellness. To learn more and for pricing, go to springriverwellness.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to Baxter Springs Sports Live, where we're getting set for the first round matchup, which that is the girls' bracket. Here we got the boys' bracket. First round matchup between the Baxter Springs Lions and the Neodesha Blue Streaks, where they expect to have a good game tonight. You can see Baxter Springs warming up there behind the bracket. But yeah, I'd like to highlight, once again, going back to what I was saying before we had to take a quick little break there, Baxter Springs unfortunately lost yesterday to the Parsons Vikings. Parsons moved on and is going to face Riverton. And they're going to play here. But at 4 p.m. tomorrow, Baxter Springs is going to face off against the Columbus Titans. A little bit of a revenge, a little comeback matchup, if you will, from last Friday's bout against the Titans. They'll also visit them once again later this year. But for right now, we'll have our second opportunity to take down the Titans. We'll see if we prevail in that. Titans facing an unfortunate loss yesterday against the College Heights Cougars, I believe is what they are, where they lost to a team that they probably shouldn't have, where they beat the College Heights Cougars earlier this year by 19 points. So kind of an upsetting loss for the Titans. So expect them to not play loose by any means when they come and play the Baxter Springs Lions tomorrow. So that is how everything's shaped up on the girls' side of the bracket. It is a round robin for them in the semifinals and beyond after they go into that losers bracket because they did not have Sunrise with a team able. Whereas you can see in the boys' bracket here, Sunrise was able to come and play against College Heights today, so they'll move on and play themselves, which I'm really sad that you guys had to miss that because at one point in the game, the College Heights Cougars were down 45-21. They came roaring back and ended up hitting a game-winning shot. I believe it was number 2 for their team. I don't have the roster on hand. Number 2 of their team hit a game-winning shot for them to win 47-46 and take home the victory against the Sunrise Christian team. So that means that Sunrise Christian is going to go over to the loser side of the bracket, playing that consolation side, and they'll end up facing off against whoever is the loser between Riverton and Southeast. That's about how all that shapes up. So I'd like to let you guys know that this pregame show is brought to you by Route 66 Hardware, your trusted hardware store located in Baxter Springs, serving the community with top quality tools, equipment, and supplies. Everything you need for the home, lawn, garden, and more is at Route 66 Hardware, 109 East 12th Street in Baxter Springs, or call 620-856-3300. Stop in and ask about the big changes coming soon. We're going to take another quick break. I'm going to go down and talk to some people, see if I can get a little glimpse at that roster. And when we come back, we're going to be right into the action on Baxter Springs Sports Live.
Looking for a pharmacy that truly cares? Look no further than Wolker Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Baxter Springs. Locally owned and rooted in our community, check out their large selection of everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. You can even print your photos at Wolker Drug. Take advantage of their convenient drive-thru or local delivery with Wolker's Smart Cars. For seniors, Wolker offers free Medicare Part D consultations. Wolker Drug, where your health and community come together in Baxter Springs. Check us out online at wolkerdrug.com.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Route 66 pregame show here on Baxter Springs Sports Live. They just got done saying their starting lineup. So, Sarah, go ahead and give us the Blue Streak starting lineup.
For the Blue Streaks, we have Crew Johnson, Talon Roebuck, Rylan Allen, Wyatt Songer, and Jacob Sandboth.
Mm-hmm. And for your Baxter Springs Lions on the floor, once again, we have number 4, Jacob Grant, number 10, Weston Schaefer, number 12, Gage Maggard, number 15, Javen Alexander, and number 20, Isaiah Main. Grant going to win the tip. Main going to handle it. Hand it off to Weston Schaefer. That'll end our pregame show. Thank you once again to Route 66 Hardware for sponsoring. Main takes it inside, hands off to Alexander. Fakes the 3, passes off to Grant. Grant will go a little floater inside, rattles out. An unfriendly bounce. And I apologize. I'm just going to apologize straight up to you guys here. Due to the position of the press box here, we cannot see anything on the right side of the court. As Grant goes down, he'll go up and over and have it easy too. Yes, like I was saying, we cannot see on anything on the right side of the court. Of course, the camera can catch it, but we cannot.
And also the left side, like very closest corner to the camera, cannot see it either. You can just see the white wall.
So 2-0. Here's the Lions. That was going to be poked away by Maggard. Main will have it. Bringing it down the floor. He'll have an easy layup. Left-handed layup for the kid. Johnson brings it up the court for the Blue Streaks. He's going to work on Main. Now it's Allen. Passes off to Roebuck. Roebuck's guarded by Maggard. Over to Songer. Songer now in the corner. Johnson with the ball. Shoots up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Schaefer down low. He's going to slow down the pace. He's guarded by Roebuck. Goes down low to Grant. Grant will go up underneath. It's the shot once again. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Over on the wing. That's Roebuck. Guarded by Maggard. He goes down low to Sandboth. Sandboth going to have it tipped away by Maggard. He's trying to pass back out to Roebuck. Roebuck has it, working around towards the lane, goes back top of the key to Allen. Allen now guarded by Schaefer. He's going to pass on the wing to Roebuck. Roebuck to Johnson. And Johnson will reset and try and set up some offense. Now Songer with the ball on the wing. He's going to go down low. Allen goes a little spin move around. That'll make it 4-2. Schaefer now. He'll go inside. Post hop underneath, and he'll get the layup. So good finishing inside from Weston Schaefer. Going to extend the lead to 4. Johnson coming quickly up the floor for the Blue Streaks. He loses the ball, pass it off. Allen has it in the corner, guarded tightly by Schaefer. He'll pass out, and they're going to call a foul on Schaefer down near the baseline. That's where they'll inbound the ball. That's Schaefer's first. First team foul as well. Johnson in the corner. He'll pass down low to Allen. Allen goes up, misses the layup due to the good defense from Javen Alexander. That'll be a turnover on the Blue Streaks, and the Lions will get the ball back. Schaefer running that guard position for the Lions. He's guarded by Allen. Brings it around to the wing. He'll go back up top to Alexander. Alexander driving. Now Maggard goes around, passes down low to Grant. A good pass from Gage Maggard. Slices through the defense, and it's going to be a timeout from Coach Hart of the Neodesha Blue Streaks. We're going to take a quick break with them. If you're watching Baxter Springs Sports Live.
Route 66 Hardware is your trusted hardware store in the heart of Baxter Springs, with just about everything you might need from around the house to the back 40. Top quality tools, equipment, and supplies with a wide range of products. Be on the lookout for big changes coming to Route 66 Hardware. All inventory has been discounted to make room for a new line of products from an all-new vendor. Be patient as Route 66 looks to grow, expand, and continue their commitment to quality customer service. Route 66 Hardware in Baxter Springs.
We're going to get right back into the action here, and Baxter Springs Sports Live in Southeast Kansas and the Lancer Classic Tournament. They're going to go down low to Sandboth. Excuse me, that's not Sandboth, that's Songer. Allen has it up top. He's going to go back to Songer. Songer to the top of the key. This is Sandboth. He'll pass off to Johnson. Johnson fakes three, guarded by Maine. He'll make a little in and out move and pass in the corner. Songer's three is no good. It'll be poked out of bounds. They're going to say it went off the hands. I didn't see the signal from the ref, but they're running down this side of the court, so I'm going to say it went off of Songer's hands. So it'll be Lion basketball. Schaefer going to pass quickly to Alexander in the corner. Alexander makes a quick move inside, takes his shot and passes out to Maine. Maine now working around top of the key. He'll take it inside. Now Schaefer. Schaefer sets up on the wing. He'll go to work. Tries to go inside. Little floater over the top. Grant going to come down with the rebound. He's going to get a foul called on the floor. Well, we've talked about it all year, Sarah, how crucial rebounding is to this Lion team. What do you think are the keys for the Baxter Springs Lion, and how are they going to win this game?
Well, Daryl, you said it yourself. Rebounding was my number one key of the game because not only does it give you a second chance at making a shot, it also keeps momentum alive, and it also takes away another chance for the team to score, the other team to score. My other keys to the game are momentum and not roller coastering. During the Columbus game, there was some roller coastering, which really allowed Columbus to come back, which the Lions have to stop that if they want to continue to win games.
Alexander going to come down with the rebound after making that three, and I believe you're exactly right. As long as they can keep their momentum up, they are a spectacular basketball team. However, their lows are really low, and they got to avoid that as much as possible. Not scoring in an entire quarter is not something you can afford as a basketball team. And even if it worked out again in that game in the end, they would end up getting the victory over the Titans. It's still not going to be beneficial in the long run for any type of tournament play that you could ever make.
That's the difference between a good team and a great team. Being able to push through and not roller coaster.
And the bend but don't break mentality of it's okay to have a down quarter where you don't score as much or you're not as explosive, but you cannot break in the fact of you cannot just completely go stagnant in an entire quarter. And I believe that the Lions did partially do that in that game against the Titans because they didn't allow too many points. They were still having the lead as they went into halftime. So that one was an error ball, 3 from Neodesha. It'll go out of bounds. So it'll be Lion basketball. 13-2 is the score. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first. Schaefer has the ball at the top of the key. Thinks about the three, doesn't shoot. Alexander now working around off the wing. He'll do a little floater inside, and that's 5 points for Alexander in the matchup. Hit a three earlier in this game and has already been a force on the rebounding side of the ball. This is Allen. Top of the key. That's Ramey. Ramey, a new entry into this game, as well as number 42, White. White. Ramey now, cross-court pass. This is Johnson in the corner. Loses his footing a little bit. Gets the cross on Maine. Maggard with a good defensive play to poke that one out of bounds. You know, we're in a little box up here in Southeast, and I do really appreciate the room they're allowed to give us and that they've made for us. But, man, it gets hot.
Really? I'm like freezing right now.
White drives inside. He's going to force the block. They're going to say it was a foul on the floor. That's Grant's first of the matchup. Second team foul for the Lions. Go in the corner to Allen. Allen passes off to White. White has it at the top of the key. He's guarded by Grant. He's going to make a move inside. Now Ramey. Mid-range jump shots. No good. Rebounded by Alexander. Almost goes out of bounds off the miscomm from Grant and Alexander, but he's able to save it. Schaefer now passes back to Alexander. Alexander goes down low to Grant, outside Maine. Maine thinks about shooting, will not. Nice little over-the-top pass to Grant. He loses that ball. It was poked out from behind by White. White now going cross-court. He'll go down low to Allen. Allen misses that shot. Lions getting a little lucky on the defensive side of the ball here. Neodesha not too hot shooting the ball right now. Alexander going to miss that one. A nice little move to get down low. but not going to execute on the shot. Johnson passes off to White. White will shoot. That's no good. Misses everything. And it's inbounded by Roebuck. They try and do a cross-court pass. It's going to go to no one. So Logan Abbott will enter the game here for Schaefer. And Caleb Grant will also enter the game here. He's going to come in for Gage Maggard. Songer will re-enter the game for the Blue Streaks. And Johnson brings it across the Lancer head as they partake in their next offensive possession. Outside three ball. No good from Roebuck. Ramey gets the rebound, goes right inside at Grant, and Grant gonna say absolutely not today. Maine gonna reset, try and bring it back around, pass off to Alexander. Alexander has it. Just 19 seconds remaining here in the first. Baxter trying to get the last shot of the quarter. Pass down low to Grant, tipped away. Grant's going to recover possession. He'll do a little floater inside. Missed. Ball's on the floor. White takes it away. He's going to have a 3 seconds remaining, so he's going to take it all the way in. And they're going to call a charging foul. Caleb Grant going to force the charge on White. That'll be his first personal with 1.1 seconds remaining. So a chance to cut down this lead to end the first. Going to result in the Lions getting a Hail Mary throw to end it. Oh, it looked like it was online. My breath stopped for a second. 15-2 is the score here at the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have second quarter action on Baxter Springs Sports Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Southeast Lancer Classic. Lions lead 15-2 here as they're about to start the second quarter. Ramey inbound to Johnson. White has it on the wing. He's guarded by Grant. Gets a screen from Schonger. That shot's no good from the three-point line. That one's completely thrown away by White. The pass from Grant just gets rejected.
He said no.
No, not today. Maine has that top deep pass down to Grant. Grant inside to Alexander. Alexander going to out-muscle White for the ball and get sent to the free throw line. Alexander having a big impact on the game so far. 5 points to his name, as well as a couple of stellar plays on defense already. That first free throw is no good. You know, I talked about it yesterday with Carson.
You called him Cord earlier.
Shout out to Cord. My mind was on Cord because shout out to him for helping me out with getting these brackets to you guys. We wanted to be able to show you guys the bracket. But yes, yesterday with Carson, we talked about how everything that we say kind of either didn't go our way or was exactly what we said. There was a weird mojo in the building, as it was right there, as that one does a complete roundabout of the rim, and the three ball is good. Schaefer now has it on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Neodesha's entered a 2-3 zone. Alexander roaming the middle. Schaefer now down to Grant. Grant going to pull up jumper. It's good. That offense very successful for the Lions running against the zone. Neodesha. White works inside. He'll pass out to Ramey. Johnson, baseline to Roebuck. Roebuck misses his shot completely. Pass ahead to Alexander. Alexander avoids the Wolf. Maggard to Maine. Maine has it, top of the key. He'll pass over to Alexander. Cross court Schaefer. Schaefer's three ball. Nothing but net. Weston Schaefer nails the three. And that'll make them have a 21-5 lead. Crosses the 20-point mark with that three ball from Schaefer. Baxter Springs reassume their man defense. They go down low to Roebuck, it looked like. They're going to call a foul on the floor. I believe that one's going to be on Maggard. We'll have to see, though. Yes, it will. And that's his first. First team foul for the Lions. Roebuck going to exit the game for the Blue Streaks, and so will Johnson. Sandboth comes back in, and so does Allen. In the corner, White, he's going to work on Grant. Gets inside, he'll go underneath, and Grant going to absolutely smack it back down on his face. Javen Alexander in the corner on the fast break, going to throw it right to White. White hustles back and gets the turnover himself. Down low, White passes in the corner. Ramey's mid-range shot, no good. Sandboth comes out with the rebound. Inside, Allen passes out to White. White now on the wings, guarded by Grant. He's going to get a screen from Sandboth. Good pickup defense from Javen Alexander. He'll go over the top of Maggard, but just the presence of Maggard going to make that shot roll out. So some shooting struggles here for the Blue Streaks, resulting in this huge lead for the Lions. Schaefer goes baseline, passes out Maggard. Maggard now, Grant down low. He goes up and under, gets a guy to leave his feet, misses the shot. And Songer will come down with the rebound. White going to try and slow the game down a little bit. Brings it up the court for the Blue Streaks. Ramey gets his pass tipped by Maggard. Maggard with quick hands. Deep three from White, no good. Alexander comes down with a hard-fought rebound. Maine at the top of the key. Schaefer gonna go baseline. He'll go up and under. Tries the fancy up and under, but not gonna enter the basket for him. Ramey now in the corner. Down low to Sandboth. He goes up for the easy two. And Hibbler going to be forced to call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back in 30 seconds on Baxter Springs Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
We're going to get right back into the action here as they're ready to inbound. 4 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Well, I thought I had more time than I did. I thought I had less time than I did.
I was going to say, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, Alexander will inbound. The Streaks have gone to the full court press. Schaefer going to weave right through all the traffic. Go on! The slam! Weston Schaefer on his head. Gets the two-hand jam and extends the lead to 23, but Johnson going to come down and answer immediately with a three ball of his own. Schaefer now passes ahead to Alexander. Alexander rolls inside. He'll pass down to Grant. Grant back out to Alexander. Now Maggard. They're going to reset. Maine at the top of the key. Going to bring back that two-game offense. Cross court to Maggard. He's going to just examine the defense. Risky pass over to Schaefer. They're going to go down low to Grant. Not very smart passing right now. It's been tipped around. Maine will have it. They're going to go back to that 2-3 offense. That 2-3 defense. And Schaefer going to shoot up that shot. Another three ball from Schaefer. Roebuck going to go underneath. And a fancy little layup from Roebuck. As Ollie and Frazier trading blows right now. Maine with a risky little pass. Lost his balance a little bit. Had to get rid of it. Stolen away by White. Johnson now. Blue Streaks a chance to take away this momentum. Allen to White. White's guarded by Grant. They're going to reset, set up some offense. Gets the screen from Sandboth. Passes out Johnson. Johnson going to throw up another three. No good. Ball's going to roll around into Schaefer's hands. And he's going to really slow down the pace of this game. Maine to Maggard. Maggard's going to go down low Grant. Grant back up top. Maine. Throw up a three. Going to rattle out. The bank's not open today, I guess. But Grant going to get the rebound and go up for the two. Johnson brings it across the timeline. White. Screen from Sandboth. Goes up top. Roebuck over. Allen's three ball. Nothing but net. Some good offensive performance here from the Neodesha Blue Streaks. Alexander passes off to Maggard. Maggard has it on that volleyball 10-foot line. Grant gets his pass taken away by Roebuck. Johnson passes up to White at the top of the key. He's guarded by Grant. He's going to get a screen from Sandboth. Go off the screen, and it's going to be blocked down by both Schaefer and Grant. Coach Hart wanted a foul, but none in sight. Maggard passes off to Schaefer. Schaefer now goes inside. Grant going to throw up a little shot. Floater from the baseline is good. Lions stay double the Blue Streaks points now. White has a screen from Sandboth. He'll step back three. That's no good off the front iron. Allen going to get the offensive rebound. Pass off to Roebuck. Roebuck's three. No good as well. A good contest there from Javen Alexander. Johnson going to work on Maine. He'll pass down low. And that layup going to rattle out. And then they're going to call a foul on Alexander for an over-the-back foul. Logan Abbott will enter the game for the Lions. Ramey, as well as Songer, will enter the game for the Blue Streaks. Looks like Maine going to take a seat there for the Lions. And it'll be Sandboth and White taking a seat for the Blue Streaks. Inbounded. Ramey has it on the wing. Under a minute remaining here in the first half. Johnson at the top of the key. Abbott guarding. Abbott has real scrappy defense that Johnson going to have to be aware of. They're trying to go down low. It's going to be tipped around. Passed inside by Ramey. Ramey with Johnson going baseline. Roebuck throws up a three ball. No good off the front iron. And they're going to call a foul on the three. And that's going to send Roebuck to the free throw line for a chance at 3 free throws. Well, one of those silly mistakes we've seen from the Baxter Springs Lions. Fouling towards the end of a quarter. This is the most I've ever seen a high school team foul on 3-point shots, to tell you the truth. They've had 3 or 4 of them this year. And I think 2 of them have been on half-court shots.
Yeah.
Which has been not impressive, of course, but impressive. It's kind of like the...
And there were some times where it was like, are you really going to call that a foul?
Yes. However...
A foul is a foul, I guess.
The Lions should never even give them reason to call a foul in the first place on those shots. Grant gets the rebound. All 3 free throws not going to go in, so they're going to have free throw push-up practice.
Oh, I hated those days.
Miss a free throw, do 5 push-ups. The worst.
I think the worst was actually running.
That was the best chest workout ever. Maine now passes off to Abbott. Abbott, Grant down low. Inside Alexander. A good cut from Alexander. And they're going to get the score with just 5 seconds remaining. Johnson now, guarded by everyone. They're going to pass down low. Allen going to get the shot up, but no good to end the quarter. So at the end of the first half, 32-15 is the score. Your Lions lead, looking to advance to the second round in the winners bracket. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the Leah Smith Farmers Insurance 4-State Agency halftime show, where we'll take a look back at the first half, as well as our keys to the second half and our expert opinions, plus much more, all here on Baxter Springs Sports Live.
Are you drowning in clutter and need of some extra space? Look no further than the Storage Shed in Baxter Springs. With a wide range of sizes and options available, the Storage Shed has the space that suits you best with 24-hour access, all in a secure facility. They even have storage containers. Plus, the Storage Shed is your authorized U-Haul rental store right here in Baxter Springs. Visit them today at 2903 Military Avenue or call 620-856-3906.
Route 66 Hardware is your trusted hardware store in the heart of Baxter Springs, with just about everything you might need from around the house to the back 40. Top quality tools, equipment, and supplies with a wide range of products. Be on the lookout for big changes coming to Route 66 Hardware. All inventory has been discounted to make room for a new line of products from an all-new vendor. Be patient as Route 66 looks to grow, expand, and continue their commitment to quality customer service. Route 66 Hardware in Baxter Springs.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-State Agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Baxter Springs Sports Live, featured here in Southeast Kansas during the Lancer Classic. Lions having a good game so far, leading 32-15 over the Neodesha Blue Streaks, who come into this game 4-5 as their record, and both teams looking to advance to that winner's bracket side of the bracket, as they say. As it goes, of course. So we're here in the Leah Smith Farmers Insurance 4-State Agency halftime show. I like to show you guys that bracket once again because I'm just so proud of it. I can see it in everything, and it's awesome. Warming up in front of you guys, I believe, is Riverton and Southeast. They're getting ready to play in that 7 o'clock slot. Winner of that game will go on to face College Heights. The Cougars, who had an amazing comeback victory over the Sunrise team. I still don't know their mascot. I need to learn their mascot. Never sure what it was. On their shirts, they had Sunrise. So
maybe it's the sun.
The Sunrise. That's their mascot, the Sunrise. But yes, they'll go on to face the College Heights Cougars, Whoever wins that one. The winner of this one will go on to face the winners against Parsons and Columbus. Parsons, a very tough team, but Columbus, a very good team as well. So we could potentially be seeing a rematch between Baxter Springs and Columbus, or we could be seeing a new team. Of course, I got to tell you the truth, I kind of hope we end up facing Parsons because Parsons is a very good team, and it's going to be a very tough matchup for our Baxter Springs Lions, and it's going to really showcase our ability to play against adversity because this Vikings team is very good. So we'll have to, that's just my hopes and dreams, of course. Do they ever come true? Well, occasionally. So we'll see. But yes, no matter how it swings, I would like to play different teams, as playing different teams is how you get better. Because if you just keep beating the same team over and over again, well, you're just going to be stagnant and you're going to plateau. You never want to plateau. Like we said yesterday for the girls' game, this is about the time of year when you start, you really want to get close to your peak. You don't want to be at your peak yet, but you want to be very close to the top of that mountain. You don't want to be playing bad.
You want to be on your way up.
Exactly. This is not necessarily the time to be your best because you still have another, well, in the Lions' case, have another 10 games this season as they've entered the halfway point of the season. So if you can hit your, get on the way up now to where you'll hit your peak at the end of the season when you're going into sub-state, playing against a very good CNC league, then obviously that's what you want to be doing. So that's how that bracket shapes up for you guys. Well, Sarah, it was a pretty good first half. Really got kicked off by the stellar defense, I would say, from the Baxter Springs Lions. I got nothing but compliments for them. The only thing I could ever say, if I had a complaint, which I guess I do, is defense has lacked a little bit, giving a few open shots.
Yeah, I feel like they're getting not necessarily lazy, but they're like, oh, we're up by 32 to 15. What could a basket or two hurt, Even though they're trying to be aggressive, they're just kind of like, if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean?
Yes. And that can definitely happen with teams. We saw yesterday in that Vikings versus Lions game with the ladies here in Southeast, where it seemed like the Vikings were getting really relaxed with how they were playing towards the end and didn't really seem like they cared about the basketball game at all. Of course.
We're not saying that they don't care. It's just like,
it's just how a normal basketball game goes. You get a lead and you get comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's the case. And you always want to be playing good to the very end.
Mm-hmm. You got to keep pushing, even in the circumstances where you're up by 10, 20 points. You still got to keep pushing.
No matter the personnel on the court, you got to keep playing your hardest.
Mm-hmm.
And that needs to be the case for the Lions in the second half. Although they more than double the Neodesha Blue Streaks points, Neodesha is very capable of going on a run there for a second or two. They hit a 3, a 2, and a 3 in very quick succession. And if they have that without Lions answers, this game is much closer than it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just sit back and get comfortable. You got to keep playing to your full potential all the way through. Besides that, do you have any other keys to the game for the second half?
I was going to say rebounding. They're doing better, a much better job. Just, there have been times where they just kind of like lack it. They've been shooting and then they just run away.
And
go back, follow your ball. I mean, that's what they teach in the basics.
I was just about to say that. There's that old tale from coaches saying, follow the ball, follow your shot in. Now, of course, it's kind of silly when you think about it, but it is partly true. A lot of the team on the offensive side of the ball, it doesn't seem like we get a lot of offensive rebounds when we definitely could with our height advantage over most teams. Seems like a lot of players escape down the court to play backcourt defense whenever a couple of them need to stay down and make sure that we're getting as many chances as we can on the offensive side of the ball. And then on the defensive side, of course, there's been only a few tonight where the rebounds have gone off our hands. There's been a mishandle of the ball. But besides that, it's been a pretty good game overall for the Lions.
Overall, yes.
I'd like to let you know that halftime show there was brought to you by Leah Smith, Farmers Insurance 4-State Agency, serving Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. Leah and her team have the products, services, and experience you're looking for. Give them a call today and see why they are more than just insurance. Well, we're getting ready to go here. And I'm just going to illustrate it once again because I have a little whiteboard tool here. They're going to bring it up the court and run this. We'll leave it right there. Leave it right there. Don't follow them. I just want to show. They run this offense where they have a man up top right here. And then they have 2 men patrolling the wing. And then they have Jacob Grant with the height just completely running this baseline. And that is really helpful for their offense as they can get it down to Grant, and then he has interior passes to the guy who can cut this way or that. As you can see right there, Maine going to run inside and give up a shot, but it's no good.
That reminds me of the Manning cast. I don't know if you've
Yes.
seen that wherever he has like the holographic.
Yes. I wish we had holographs here. I'd like to run replay, but unfortunately we need more people for that.
Ask BJ.
Hey, I've got volunteers. You just have to buy the equipment. Johnson now at the top of the key, guarded by Maine. Maine playing good defense. Pass off to Roebuck. Roebuck in the corner to Johnson. Johnson going to tiptoe the out-of-bounds line.
You know, whenever they tiptoe around the out-of-bounds line, it reminds me of like football players doing ballet and dance.
Yes.
That's what I think about every time.
A lot of football players and basketball players will do ballet in their lifetime, especially linemen and wide receivers, as they learn to correctly balance themselves in order to load their weight properly. Very important in basketball as well, as it is such a balanced sport. With how high flying a lot of the players are, it's going to be huge for them to be able to land correctly as well as just moving around correctly without hurting anything. Schaefer going to get the offensive rebound off the tip from Grant. So there we go, already picking up on our keys. Grant going to set a screen. Schaefer thinks about the 3. Will push inside instead. He's going to get the foul. Going up for 2, so he'll get sent to the free throw line. You know, I was going to avoid saying it on camera
Oh no.
during the live stream.
You might as well.
But that referee who just called the foul looks an awful lot like Mark Hamill.
Hey, I pointed that out. I would like to let everyone know I pointed that out.
You did indeed. But it is if he was one of those people walking down the street and they ask, who do you get called as your celebrity lookalike? He would say Mark Hamill.
100%.
And then he'd say,
By the way, Mark Hamlin, if you don't know, is Luke Skywalker.
Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker.
I butcher his name every time.
And he would probably say something like, no! As in, no, Darth Vader's not my father. Sorry for the spoiler, of course, to anyone who hasn't watched that movie in its 50-year runtime. Schaefer knocks down both those free throws, and they're on the defensive side of the ball now with just over 6 minutes remaining in the third. Allen going to go baseline. He'll pull up jumper. That's going to toilet bowl out.
Seen a few of those on the basket.
I think the Lancer rims are thicker than regulation. I'm not sure.
You know, we had a conspiracy before this that, you know, the gym floor is not level, but it's just our camera.
It might be just our camera as Schaefer pulls up from inside. Have a nice little floater for him. Extends the lead to 21. But yeah, I mean, if you really sit down and look at it, it's either the bleachers or the court. One of them's not level.
One of these things is not like the other.
Exactly. Allen at the top of the key. Maine tries to intercept that pass, gets back on defense. Johnson, step back 3. Gonna miss everything. Schaefer gonna come down with the rebound. He's coming down quickly now. Inside pass to Maine. A good pass from Schaefer sets up the kid perfectly for an easy layup inside. Allen now to Roebuck at the top of the key. Allen now guarded by Schaefer. Now Roebuck. Roebuck's a really cool name.
It reminds me of Roadblocks.
Roblox. Grant gets the rebound down low off the missed 3. I once met a kid named Stone Starbuck, and that is still the coolest name I've ever heard to this day.
What? When'd you meet him?
Long time ago. My high school days, back in my youth. Schaefer going to miss the down low shot. Rebounded by Allen of the Blue Streaks. Johnson now. He'll go baseline. Passes to nobody. Trying to give it to the Lancer fan sitting down there in the corner. And there's going to be a timeout called. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll be back in a minute. You're watching third quarter basketball here on Baxter Springs Sports Live.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Baxter Springs Sports Live. 38-15 is the score here in third quarter. Blue Streaks trailing by a hefty 23 points. As Lions will get the ball on the baseline. Blue Streaks look like they're setting up a press. Going to play a man full court press. We have a new entry into the game. That's number 13, Babcock. Schaefer going to get that ball stripped away. Ramey coming down the court has a 2-on-1 fast break, goes down low. And that ball is thrown to the sky. They're going to say Blue Streak basketball, but they're going to have a conference. Luke Skywalker and Vader are going to talk about it.
I was going to say, I don't think anyone touched that ball.
I'll make the correction as that one was just thrown to the sky.
It might just be my bad angle, but...
Yeah. Abbott gets the inbound. He's going to weave through traffic. Passes down low to Grant. Grant fakes the first shot, goes up for the second. Easy make. Gets White to leave his feet. Is left free with the basket. White passes outside Allen. Allen's 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by White. White now in the lane. Pass up top to Ramey. Babcock now. Ramey at the top of the key. He's guarded by Abbott. Ramey loses it. He'll pass inside to Maggard. Maggard gets the steal. Now Schaefer going inside. They're going to call a foul on the shot. So Schaefer going to go to the free throw line with a chance for 2. Also, I'm going to bring attention to this, but if BJ asks, it's not there. How do we like the little lion logo on our scorebug there? Nice.
Maybe don't tell them that we're not supposed to have it before.
I think it looks beautiful.
I think so too.
It really adds a good addition there to the scorebug. I don't like that little white streak that the Blue Streaks have on their side.
Shouldn't it be blue?
That's what you think. White now, bring it up the floor. He's going to go right to the hole and get a foul called. It's going to be on Grant. At least I imagine. You never know what number a ref will call it on. Well, they're going to call that one on number 3.
We have a number 3?
Yeah, it's Caleb Grant.
There we go.
I didn't know either, so it's okay. I only ever identify them with like their face.
Their hair color.
Their hair color, that does
But
it
like,
too.
most of them would have the same hair color on my screen.
I see how they move and like their faces and the different body types set them apart.
How tall they are.
Not even necessarily that, because from right here, it looks like Jacob Grant is the same size as Caleb Grant over there in the corner. Depth perception is a very weird thing.
Isn't it?
But I always just look at like haircuts, face shape, stuff like that.
Their shoes too.
Schaefer, a little turnaround hook shot is good. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar special. Johnson. Ramey on the wing. He'll go baseline, picked up by Grant, tries to pass it inside. Alexander will kick it out of bounds. White, get the inbound. He's going to go to work on Grant. Go up for 2, and he'll be fouled on the shot, so he'll be sent to the free throw line. Looks like Grant might get another foul here. That is Caleb Grant, not Jacob.
I was about to ask.
White misses the first.
You know, I might jinx him, but there have been few free throws made in this game. I just
The Southeast curse, man. There's something in the water down here, and according to Carson Cobb, it's lead. Schaefer brings it across the Lancer head. He's going to go to work here on Roebuck. Backs him down into the post. A good little move, and he'll go up and get the and one. That foul is called on Roebuck. That's his first. Third team foul for the Blue Streaks. Free throw is good. Grant going to pick up Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson loses it, passes off to Ramey. Ramey in the corner to Johnson. Johnson's 3-ball is good. Schaefer now. They'll go right inside, pass down low to Grant. Outside to Abbott. Abbott will go inside now. He'll pull up, shot. Abbott going to miss it, just roll out. Yeah, I really think it's not regulation, the basketball goals. They're at 9 and 11 inches instead of 10 feet. Roebuck going to take a seat. Allen will re-enter the game. Johnson. Ramey on the wing. Guarded by Alexander. He'll pass corner to Johnson. Johnson going to work on Grant. Pass back to Ramey. Ramey now on the wing to Allen. Gets a screen from White. Good defense from Schaefer to slip by. Allen going to go inside. Tries to go over the top of Grant. Will succeed. A nice little spin around jump shot. Schaefer gets the inbound. He'll go center court all the way to the rack. Go up and over. Misses the first shot. Gets his rebound. Go up again. And the second one's going to roll in. Gets the second one to go. Makes it 47-23. Still double the points of the Blue Streaks in this matchup. Less than a minute remaining in the third. That pass will sail Babcock. And Isaiah Main will re-enter the game. Schaefer now. Calls off the Dogs. He'll go to work on White. He's going to go inside.
I want to know how many points he has tonight.
That's something I should have been keeping track of.
I know.
He's had a very good night.
Very good.
Main has it on the wing. He'll go inside. A good little cut by Main. Will miss that layup. Ramey will come down with the rebound. 35 seconds remaining in the third. Johnson, down low to Allen. Allen going to put up a shot. Doesn't roll in. Grant gets the rebound. He'll crisscross around. Main gets a shot blocked by Johnson. They're going to call a foul on Johnson. A lot of disagreement with that call with 24.2 remaining. So Isaiah Main is at the free throw line. First free throw is good. I really like Isaiah Main's shoes. I like the color of blue on them. Like a teal. Like
The camera just says it's white. Or mine does.
It does look white on the camera.
So I had to...
Well, for all you guys watching, it's like a mint green color.
It looks good.
White's going to get his shot blocked, going toe-to-toe with Grant. Abbott gets the steal. He'll go right into the contact and get an and one opportunity. Goes straight into the body of Allen, not shying away. And the young lefty will get sent to the free throw line to add to this lead. But yeah, they're a little bit of a mint green color, so you can kind of see the difference. Abbott's shoes are a whitish gray, and let's see on your screen there, it's kind of different between that. The heave go off the corner of the backboard, so that's the end of the third quarter. 52-23 is the score. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action in the Lancer Classic on Baxter Springs Sports Live.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Southeast Kansas. Baxter Springs Lions having a dominant lead right now. 52-23 is the score. 29-point lead here for the Baxter Springs Lions.
Man, Daryl, that popcorn smells so good.
Now we're going to Chatters later. Well, that's the end of the fourth.
Was it literally...
Buzzer went off. So now here comes the Blue Streaks trying to get back into this game, although you never want to call a game over before it's over. Especially since I've seen crazier comebacks in this life.
Today
Being one of them. A 24-point lead erased by a 0-point quarter for Sunrise Christian. A 0-point quarter and a 26-point quarter. Excuse me, a 1-point quarter. They did hit one free throw there. As that one's taken away by Ramey. Ramey going to push the floor. He'll have the layup. Going to miss it. Going to be saved by White. Maine will come down with it, and he's taken off down the floor now. Cross back over. Goes over the Lancer. And now here he is on offense. Abbott in the corner. You know, I'd like to speak on the incredible improvement here by the freshman as this year has gone along.
I know Isaiah Maine is playing, not only him, but the others as well, but him especially playing so much more aggressive and less timid than the first game.
Yes. Definitely getting more comfortable. It's a nifty little move there from White, going to result in the points. Cradles it inside and gets the little floater over everybody. But yes, they have improved a ton throughout the course of the games that they've played. Obviously, Maine has played all year, as well as Abbott and Grant. But up until this point, Maine being thrown into that starting role, having Abbott come off the bench more regularly now. Grant also making more appearances in this game than he has for most. And they'll go call a back court. So they're going to call a backcourt. They'll say that the Blue Streaks got possession before, the Lions got possession before that ball went to the other side. So it'll give the ball back to the Blue Streaks here. But yeah, Isaiah Maine, Logan Abbott, Caleb Grant have been a few of those key improvers in the last few weeks. Abbott's another person I'd like to talk about, as he has been playing at a very high level You could see him here about to go for the layup, fakes the first, passes outside to Schaefer. Schaefer will go inside, tries for the dunk, but Maine is there to get the rebound and puts it in for him. So misses the dunk on his head, but luckily Maine is right there for the rebound. Everyone kind of starstruck by Schaefer going up and over. Looks like Michael Jordan there.
I was just hoping he was going to get up. I thought he was hurt.
He went down kind of tough on the floor, but tough kid is that one is sent down by Alexander. Having a field day on the defensive side of the ball. He'll get the rebound. It's poked away. They're going to call a foul on Ramey. Call it like I see it, kind of a ticky-tacky foul. Maybe a makeup call for the backcourt violation earlier, but so it goes.
It is what it is.
Maine will get the inbound pass. He brings it up the floor. He'll go inside on Johnson, loses the ball, and it'll be picked up by Allen going to get the score there. Sandboth. I forgot the name there for a second. Schaefer now. Going to get fouled on that one. And there's going to be a full timeout on the floor. So we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back here in a minute. 54-27 the score. A 27-point lead for the Baxter Springs Lions. You're watching Baxter Springs Sports Live. Welcome back, everybody, here. Fourth quarter action, 5:13 remaining, 54-27 is the score. Lions taking this one away from the Blue Streaks, looking to advance to that second round of the bracket.
Isn't that crazy how we got 2 snow days and we were supposed to be in like the
Oh, that's Slade. What's up, Slade?
He looked like he would be the Sports Live.
Yeah, brought in all the equipment.
Yeah, I saw the tripods and I was like, oh, this is awkward.
Slade, the color and cameraman for Columbus Sports Live, making an appearance. Schaefer going to go up for the dunk again. He's going to get fouled on the way up.
At least he didn't come down hard this time.
Although I think he got tapped in the head a little bit on the way up. Blue Streaks not allowing them to go up for dunks anymore. They're going to stop them at all costs.
Hopefully not all cost, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. We'll see.
Whose team are you on?
The dark side of the force leads to many abilities some would consider unnatural.
Oh no. I've started something bad. I'm pointing that guy out.
I'm going to have to rewatch the entirety of Star Wars now.
You already did that twice.
It's been 3 or 4 times.
I was being generous.
The main 6, of course. For anyone watching, I don't want you guys to think less of me. I only ever watch the main 6.
Do you watch them in order of like coming out?
Depends on what you want to do.
Depends on how you feel.
Yeah. First time I watched them in the order of coming out. Second time I watched them in
chronological order.
Yes, where you actually go prequels and then obviously on to the main storyline.
What do you think about Rogue One?
One of my favorite movies.
That's my dad's favorite.
The only reason it's one of my favorite is that one's flicked and bounds.
I'm going to say that
Wild throw.
This might be controversial, but the Blue Streaks have had very good saves.
Yeah.
There have been several of them.
Very good on those balls that are going out of bounds, able to get those back in good fashion.
May not always be to the people on their team, but hey, I can't complain.
Yeah, a few have resulted in turnovers. Grant missing that shot there, rebounded by the Blue Streaks. Yeah, a few of them have resulted in turnovers, but it's still, I mean, it's worth the attempt. And I always like to see the hustle plays from people. Always makes me happy. If you hustle and hard work, you're going to be a good player. Back to the Star Wars talk. Rogue One is one of my favorites.
I'm trying to get you off the subject.
Only for the case of the scene at the end with Darth Vader and when he goes ham on...
And he kills everybody.
On a bunch of... Well, okay, I was going to avoid those words exactly, but...
Sorry. Well, the way you were putting it, it sounds worse, so...
But yes, a bunch of poor little rebels with blasters get stuck in a hallway with them. And you can imagine what happens after that. Group substitution here for the Lions. Ton of young faces going to enter the game for them. Got Jonathan Moore, Riley Daniel, Logan Abbott, Caleb Grant, and number 22, who I believe is Braden Wade.
Okay, I'm glad you said his name. I like his shoes.
Oh yeah, the little light pink, the salmon color. I know more colors than just pink. Yeah.
Chartreuse.
Magenta.
Chartreuse is not even a pink.
Fuchsia, if you will. Also going to have a couple of new faces in here for the Blue Streaks. Got Flessner in the game. Holtz. Looks like Babcock is going to stay in the game for them. You also got the other Flessner. I'm going to assume they're twins.
Or brothers.
Or brothers of some sort, yes. But they look awful alike. I mean, look at 15 and 3. The only difference is the hair.
You know, on my camera, that is the only difference.
On my eyes, the camera, that's the only difference as well. Abbott speeding up the floor, passes off to Moore. Moore going to get fouled on the way up. Also in the game for the Blue Streaks, we still have Ramey out there, who's played a good majority of this game. Have a minute 55 remaining in the fourth. Coming up after the fourth quarter, we have the Bricks and Brews Wood-Fired Grill and Pub post-game show. We're going to take a look back at the game, what went right for the Lions, stuff they need to work on for their next matchup, and also talking about how this tournament will play out. We'll have all that and more on the Bricks and Brews Wood-Fired Grill and Pub post-game show. Riley Daniel going to come up with that rebound. Minute 30 remaining in the fourth. Downtime here. Getting the younger folks into play. Still good to see them play, as these are the future athletes for the Lions. Of course, with how sports have gone this year, they've been kind of just the athletes for the Lions as it rolls. A lot of those freshmen getting a lot of playing time in the fall season of football, and a lot of those freshmen getting playing time, as we've mentioned already, just in the natural rotation for the Lions here in the basketball court. And then, of course, on the girls' side, only 2 seniors on the entire roster. A lot of youth to look forward to there. So I'd say the Baxter Springs Lions are in good hands for the next few years, and you fans will be able to tune in to us for as long as you'll allow us, because we have got plenty and plenty of good players to come. The athletics will never die here in Baxter Springs. Grant now loses it off the toe. With 22 seconds remaining. NBA shot clock here for him. Ramey going to try and pass down low, but go over everyone's head. And so with just 10 seconds remaining, Lions will inbound the ball. No need to try and score here. Just run out the clock. Daniel going to hold on to it for the end. He'll pick up the turnover to end the game. 60-29, the final score. Lions more than double the Blue Streaks total and will advance to the second round of the playoffs. So a good win from the Lions. And they'll extend that winning streak that they're on right now. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Bricks and Brews Wood-Fired Grill and Pub post-game show, where we'll take a look back at that game and all that went right there for the Lions. But for right now, We're going to take a, what is it, about a 3-minute long break, 3.5 minutes. I need to get the time down accurately because, boy, oh boy, sometimes it leads to trouble.
We'll be back.
We'll be back after this.
We'll time it now.
You're watching Baxter Springs Sports Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to embark on a mouth-watering journey down the legendary Route 66? Look no further than Bricks and Brews Woodfire Grill and Pub in the heart of Baxter Springs, Kansas. Start your culinary adventure with their delicious wood-fired pizzas. Keep it rolling with their classic appetizers and crisp salads. Plus, don't miss live music and so much more. Take a detour from the ordinary and head to Bricks and Brews in Baxter Springs, a taste bud trip down Route 66. Route 66 Hardware is your trusted hardware store in the heart of Baxter Springs, with just about everything you might need from around the house to the back 40. Top quality tools, equipment, and supplies with a wide range of products. Be on the lookout for big changes coming to Route 66 Hardware. All inventory has been discounted to make room for a new line of products from an all-new vendor. Be patient as Route 66 looks to grow, expand, and continue their commitment to quality customer service. Route 66 Hardware in Baxter Springs.
Are you drowning in clutter and need of some extra space? Look no further than the storage shed in Baxter Springs. With a wide range of sizes and options available, the storage shed has the space that suits you best with 24-hour access, all in a secure facility. They even have storage containers. Plus, the storage shed is your authorized U-Haul rental store right here in Baxter Springs. Visit them today at 2903 Military Avenue or call 620-856-3906.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Dad, you need to go. Really? It's important. I feel fine. Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught. What I need to do? You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need. Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Welcome back, everybody, here, Southeast Kansas, in the Lancer Classic. Lions take home a huge victory over the Neodesha Blue Streaks, keep their winning streak alive. Next week, excuse me, not next week. I keep wanting to say next week because I'm so used to having the next game of the tournament. They'll be facing off at 8:30 p.m. We still don't know who the opponent's going to be. That game, to find out the opponent, is later tonight. Parsons versus Columbus. If you care to watch into that game, to see who you're going to be playing next, tune into Columbus Sports Live. They're going to have that action at 8:30 p.m. for you guys. Carson Cobb going to be on the call with Slade. And it's going to be a good performance for you guys. If you care to tune in, always do. Helps us out as well. Because when you help one channel out, you help them all out. But yes, if you'd like to see that game, tune into Columbus Sports Live at 8:30 p.m. But for right now, we still don't know who we're going to face off against. Baxter Springs ladies will be facing off against the Lions. Excuse me, we'll be facing off against the Titans.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll be facing off against the Titans tomorrow at 4 p.m.
In the old gym.
In the old gym. We're going to have to figure out how that's even going to work for us, because it is not a broadcaster's dream, if you will, to set up in that gym. It's not anyone's dream, really, to be in that gym, I don't think.
Hey, it was fun while it lasted.
Asbestos falls from the ceiling, I think. I always end up with a dry throat after those games.
You can't say that.
Southeastern Riverton getting ready to go here, as you guys can see there. But I'd like to bring up that bracket for you guys. Baxter Springs moves on. As I'm going to draw, I'm going to draw my little kindergarten arrow. Oh, that was pretty good. Look at that.
I can't even see it because it's yellow.
Baxter Springs moves on. Neodesha going to move over to that consolation bracket. College Heights has already moved on as they defeated Sunrise in a wonderful comeback earlier today. That arrow was terrible.
Yeah.
Riverton and Southeast getting ready to go. Parsons Columbus and their game down there. So tomorrow at 8:30, we'll have that action for you here live. And we'll have to see whether or not we're facing off against Columbus for the doubleheader of the night, or if we're going to be facing off against the Parsons Vikings. Honestly, I'm starting to think now maybe I do want the doubleheader, because one of us could cover one game, the other of us could cover the other.
That's a good idea.
So we'll have to see how that rolls.
Roll Tide.
Yeah. I'm a Titans fan tonight now. So that'll determine all that. If we go over to the girls bracket, let's clear up the screen for you guys. You can see there on the round robin side, Baxter Springs going to face off against Columbus at 4 p.m. in the West Gym, the old gym. And then Saturday at 11:30 a.m., they'll be back here in this nice new gym to face off against Southeast. Be their first time facing them this year, and hopefully going to get a chance to get a win in the win column. So it's been a pretty dry year so far. Looking to get back to it, and hopefully get back on that winner's side. We'll have to see how all of that plays out, however. That's the only thing that's certain right now, is those two teams are who we're going to be facing. But yes, on the boys' side, moving on to the winners bracket. So we'll be in either the championship or the third place game from there. But for right now, Slade and Carson getting ready to set up, getting ready to take over our spot. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'd like to let you know that post-game show was brought to you by Bricks and Brews Wood-Fire Grill and Pub, the perfect post-game stop. Refuel after the big game with Bricks and Brews delicious wood-fired pizza and mouth-watering appetizers. Plus, don't miss live music and more. Bricks and Brews Wood-Fire Grill and Pub, a taste bud trip down Route 66. Thank you once again to WDM Wind Diversified Materials as well for presenting the entire show to you guys. Always a pleasure to help us help you with bringing you this content, bringing you these live broadcasts. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, Mom, and good night from the Southeast Lancer Classic.
See you tomorrow
on Baxter Springs Sports Live.
You've been watching Baxter Springs Athletics on your new home for the Lions, Baxter Springs Sports Live. Baxter Springs Sports Live is presented by WDM. Learn more at WDMinc.net. Also by Thanks for watching, and remember to catch every second of the action right here on Baxter Springs Sports Live.